The mission of ResourceWest is to walk alongside community members as they work towards greater stability in the Twin Cities West Metro. So ResourceWest operates with 4 core programs. So we have a children and youth program, a resource connection program, case management, and also partnerships within the community. So through those 4 core programs, ResourceWest is able to connect community members reaching out for access to resources, help and support to the things that they need in the community. ResourceWest believes in really centering each individual or family in our work, so we are always putting the needs of that particular community member first and really directing our work off of their needs. Success for us at ResourceWest looks like us really leaning into the needs of people that are reaching out for help. We're listening, we're making sure that they feel seen and heard, and that we are always available to advocate for them. As we work with community members, we're always hoping that they feel more confident and more sure about their decisions, where to turn to for help, and ultimately just more stable so they can have, really fulfilling and successful life. I'm passionate about this work because I truly believe that everyone in the community should have access to the resources they need to be successful and to thrive, and ResourceWest is helping to do that every single day through our work.
Good evening and welcome. We are incredibly grateful to everyone who has joined us virtually this evening for SpringFest 2022. My name is Dan O'Reilly, and I serve on the Board of Directors for ResourceWest. We hope you enjoyed hearing about how ResourceWest work is making a lasting difference in the lives of our neighbors in the community. To start the night off, I would like to share our appreciation and gratitude for those involved that have made SpringFest possible this year. We appreciate all the donors who have already generously given. We would also like to share a special thank you to the business partners who sponsored this event and gave generously to support our mission. The support of our sponsors means the world to us. Thank you Lathrop GPM, KPMG, and Kitty Wampus. To the many businesses, organizations, and individuals who donated auction items to our online auction, we appreciate your contributions. Thank you to the City of Minnetonka for allowing us to use your beautiful space at the Minnetonka Community Center for our virtual event. Finally, we could not host this event without the contributions of our board members, staff, and SpringFest volunteers. To all of you, thank you for all you do. I would now like to welcome and introduce our event host, Jen Westmoreland Bouchard.
Thank you, Dan. Good evening and welcome to SpringFest 2022. It's wonderful to be in community with you. My name is Jen Westmoreland Bouchard. I am a Minnetonka resident, a Hopkins Schools parent, an educator, and chair of the Hopkins School Board. For many years, I have had the privilege of being actively involved with ResourceWest as a dedicated supporter of their work. So it is an honor to be with you as we gather to celebrate the stability that ResourceWest provides in our community and raise funds to support their continued impact and growth. As we begin our program, I'd like to let you know how you can join in supporting ResourceWest this evening. Many of you have already been actively bidding this week on all kinds of unique and fun auction items. Some of my favorites are the Duluth Weekend Getaway, Date Night in St. Paul, and the Family Summer Fun Package. We encourage you to keep the bidding going this evening until the auction closes at 9, which is just under 2 hours from now. A link to our bidding site can be found on the SpringFest events page of the website at resourcewest.org. If you don't find auction items that are calling to you, but you would still like to financially support ResourceWest and their work, there are 3 ways that you can make your donation. To make your financial gift to help ResourceWest continue to provide critical resources and stability, there are 2 ways you can donate online. You can donate on ResourceWest's website or through the bidding site. On either, click the Donate Now button. Links for either option can be found on the website at resourcewest.org. Donations by check are also welcome and can be mailed to ResourceWest's office in Hopkins. I would now like to turn things over to ResourceWest's Executive Director and my co-host for this evening, Tracy Stanton.
Thank you, Jen. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm so thankful that you are joining us to learn more about our work and the impact that ResourceWest is making in the community. For those of you whom I have not already met, my name is Tracy Stanton. I am the new Executive Director at ResourceWest. I've had the honor to work for the organization for 2.5 years. In my previous role as Program and Community Engagement Coordinator, it was my job to manage the children and youth programs, where many of you may know me through. In March, I stepped into my new role as Executive Director. I'm thrilled to lead this incredible nonprofit in our compassionate service to community. ResourceWest has always been an organization whose mission and values resonated with me. I look forward to building on the great work we have accomplished in the past 29 years as we continue to meet the evolving and growing needs of this community. There are 3 aspects of work that make up our children and youth programs. They are the Back to School, Winter Warm Wear, and Toy Chest programs. These programs are often the first connection that our staff have with families in the community who need our services. We have learned from community members who are reaching out for free school supplies for their child or a winter coat for their teen that they are overwhelmed with the navigating of services. It's ResourceWest's job to build great partnerships, both locally and metro-wide, that bring greater clarity and efficiency to connecting the dots for community members in need. Our case management staff helps individuals and families access financial assistance to address emergencies related to housing, transportation, utilities, childcare, and medical expenses, among other concerns. The ResourceWest case management team works one-on-one with community members to provide information, connections to resources, problem-solving assistance, advocacy, counseling, support, and emergency financial assistance. Tonight, I would like to share with you a couple of stories that show how your donation today assists individuals and families in your own community. Gloria is retired and is on a fixed income of Social Security. She has called Hopkins her home for the last 30 years. She's had her rent increase every year, and it has come to a point that she can no longer stay in her home. Gloria had never asked for assistance before, but after talking about her financial stress to a neighbor who is a ResourceWest volunteer, she was encouraged to call. Gloria reached out to learn about financial help and housing options. Our social worker spoke with her about affordable housing and helped her get on waiting lists. While Gloria is waiting for housing to become available, she has had other expenses come up that she is not able to cover. ResourceWest assisted in paying Medicare co-pays. ResourceWest's social worker also connected her to agencies that can help her with food and utility bills. Gloria is now feeling more confident and connected. She's experiencing the much-needed stability that she was searching for. We have also recently supported a community member named Daryl, who first learned about ResourceWest when he came for school supplies for his child. Daryl works 2 part-time jobs and can cover his day-to-day expenses, but is not able to save for emergency costs. He said the increased costs of gas and food have been adding to the financial stress of his family. His car recently broke down, and the repair cost was too much for him to afford. He met with a case manager at ResourceWest to apply for car repair assistance. He was approved and was able to fund the repairs needed to get to work. Daryl shared with us that due to the help he received from ResourceWest, that he will be able to keep working.
Both community members were one step away from getting behind on bills. A costly car repair, like Daryl faced, can pull money away from rent, groceries, and other necessities. If Daryl had used money meant for rent to pay for the car repair, he could have faced further housing penalties like a late fee or potential eviction. If he had used money meant to buy groceries for the car repair, he may not have had enough food in the house to feed his family. He could have waited until he had enough money to pay for the repairs, but the loss of transportation would have meant that he could not get to work, which could have caused him to lose his job. If that were to happen, there would have been no way for him to pay for the car repair and other bills and needs, causing a vicious cycle of not being able to afford rent, groceries, clothing, and other necessities. At ResourceWest, we believe that no one should have to choose which critical needs they can afford to meet and which they cannot. We believe that all needs should be met. Offering financial grants to community members in crisis allows them to meet their needs without having to choose.
Generous supporters like you help make our mission of connecting West Metro residents to community resources and support possible. Your gift to ResourceWest has the power to make a lasting difference in the lives of community members in need of stability. It will help ResourceWest provide in-depth case management to our many participants in crisis. Your gift will support emergency bridge funds to provide a stopgap to a neighbor experiencing a financial hardship. It will fund a car repair to help a family get to work and school. Your gift provides school supplies to help children have a strong start to their school year. Your donation today has the power to make a lasting difference in the lives of our community members. Our annual SpringFest fundraiser sustains our programs, which help to create a safety net for vulnerable families and individuals in the West Metro. Your support will power our work, engage our community, and support those in need. We are 100% dependent on community support. We need your help to continue our critical work. Your financial contribution is vital to meeting the increasing needs of those we serve. We invite you to give today and partner with us in supporting our neighbors in need. We hope you can help us. To make your financial gift, there are 2 ways to donate online. You can donate on ResourceWest's website or through the bidding site. On either, click the Donate Now button. Links for either option can be found on the website at resourcewest.org. Donations by check are also welcome and can be mailed to ResourceWest office in Hopkins. We are so grateful for all the ResourceWest supporters in this community. Without you, we would not be able to do the work that we do. As we wrap up our night, I'd like to invite Dan and Jen up on stage for one final message.
We are so happy you could celebrate SpringFest 2022 with us. Your support is greatly appreciated.
As a reminder, the auction will close in less than 2 hours at 9 p.m. Don't forget to place those final bids.
Thank you for joining us this evening and making an impact at ResourceWest, working alongside our staff to help community members build healthy, stable lives.
Thank you.